Right guys, thank you for joining me today. I am looking forward to this one. It's a piratey crafting survival game with MMO type elements. So it's got the upgrade system, it's got XP gains, and it's got daily challenges and things to do up in here from what I understand. It's a pre-alpha build and it is a play test. So I won't be rating the game today, but we will be going through and checking out my thoughts and feelings about the game. And it isn't a sponsor and there is no need for me to say anything for or against the game. I literally am going to speak my mind and we are going to go for an honest review of CROSSWIND today. So I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for joining me, those who came in live. And if you're watching on YouTube on a rerun, links in the description down below, take you through to the Steam page and wishlist the game yourself. There is no release date as yet, but it is due very soon. CROSSWIND is a survival adventure in the Age of Piracy. Explore procedurally generated open world, gather, build, craft, overcome challenges, bosses in a Souls-like combat. Play solo or with your friends, live your swashbuckling life in PvE or rise to the challenge in PvP. Now I like the sound of that, right? Bit PvP at the end game. It goes along the lines of something like Conan, and if you've played anything along those lines, you will fit right into this one. Now there is some stats up in the top right and you can't get rid of them. They are pre-alpha build stats. So for those who are curious, I am running a 4060 with 32 RAM and a 5800X, which is the recommended, funny enough. How's your day? My day's been alright, man. I had like an incident with a bee last night. I went out to take my bins out last night and I had a bee attached to my back and I freaked out. I was just spinning around in my front room trying to get rid of this bee and it flew away and I locked it in the kitchen and I let it die. I let it die overnight and I was scared to go in there this morning. I went in there, it was fine, it was dead on the floor. My night was hectic, but my morning was chill. I woke up, the bee was dead, all was good in the hood, and we are now jumping into some piratey goodness. So I'm happy as a pig and shiz. But I've been looking forward to this one for about, what was it? Mecha something came out yesterday. But unfortunately on release, I'm not overly keen on it, and I love mech games. Mecha Break, and I did ask the community if you wanted me to play it. I didn't get a big response, and from what I can see, if you're an older gamer like myself or Korean or whoever, you know, if you're 30s and above, you've pretty much played that game in other forms. It's a hit and miss for me, do you know what I mean? They seem to be really lacking on creativity in video games at the moment. They're just bringing out the same rehashed shit. Right, we're in, and the game is looking, on first impressions, very nice. This is looking nice. I don't know if it's coming across on stream as well. We've got like flame and heat burning, nice lighting effects. The guy's like top, like I can't zoom in any closer, but his jacket and that is all proper like sequin patterns. Looking good, man. So 1 to equip our weapon, of course. Let's roll. Okay, we've got to smack the door up. It seems like it's timed combat. There's like a cooldown once you use your sword. There's a good delay to that. Gave us some meat on a stick. Let's get into the light and see him eat this meat. Yeah, okay. Animated well, you know what I mean? It works. Ooh. Okay, straight into some dirty combat in the back, Jack. So we've got right button to block and left button to attack. Again, there is a delay to that, so we're going to have to be careful. I wonder if it's timed. 1, 2. I think that could be timed. If you hit it at the right time, you get like a combo-esque. It does feel nice so far. Block 3 enemy strikes. Defeat the pirates. We can just go about it about ourselves. You can get 2s up on them. I'm not getting a lock on at the moment, which is a bit worrying. This looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, Conan looks good. This, as a first impression, blows you away. Like, Conan and Dune are very nice looking, but they're pretty much set in sand, you know, in barren lands. It's easy to render barren lands. This game now warrants its long loading because it has realistic water effects. It's got great lighting. It's got realistic trees and shrubbery. So I'm just going to go ahead and try and pick up everything. Let's just grab everything laying around here. I like the fact they're starting with a good old classic trope of a shipwreck. It's always a good setting. It's always a nice place to be. And this beach, to be fair, very flushed out and procedurally generated. I don't know how much is procedurally generated. Look at that stone. That stone is actually wet, whereas the stone over there is not. How cool is that? Do you know what? I don't think video games need to get any better than this. Not this particular game, but like overall. We see some really good realistic first-person shooters. We play some really great looking games now. And I think that as far as I'm concerned, video games are really sort of hit a mark. Like, why do you want any more? It starts getting weird. If you have games that look too good, and too realistic. It can give you a different feel, you know, when you play them. Bashing a turtle's face in a game that looks like this is fundamentally acceptable. Bashing a turtle's face in VR that looks pretty much one-to-one would have a whole different appeal, and it would probably attract a different type of person. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, we don't want video games to look too real, because I think it would take away from the game aspect. You can adjust the amount of snapping on and off. Yes. Okay, this game has got bases covered, boys. Ah, okay. I'm gonna build one of these too. Oh, that's really nice. Yes, let's get some more resources real quick. This could be the one, boys. This could be the one. There is a lot of game here already. Next to Doom's pre-release, right? The early access. I don't think I've played a game that is ready for human consumption this early. It hasn't even got a release date right now. Crab. Can I just pick the crab up? You just literally pick the crab up and rip his arms off. We've now got crab meat.
That's what I'm talking about.
I've got the old cooking pot, look. Okay, so it took all my lumber. Okay, we need more lumber. Hang on, I'm thinking, can we just chop this? Yes, okay, there you go. Who needs an axe? I just want to hack everything down. Look at this. So you can see there the stamina wheel is now going back up. So that's what I meant about the delay. When you first start the tutorial, you do one swipe, it takes down the whole bar just to teach you a lesson sort of thing. But you can do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and end with a poke move. That big rock, we got a piece of that action. Sweet. Okay, let's build the last piece of the puzzle.
I was lucky to survive the pirate attack. The sea cast me ashore on a deserted island.
I go Irish. When I try and do pirate, I go Irish.
My saber broken, my clothes in tatters.
Tatters.
I'll need a new weapon.
And I don't want to fall to wild boars. There's wild boars. Okay. Let me get some food going. We've got some crab, right? We've got some crab meat. Let's make one of those. Skewered crab. We can also do the dodo broth.
There's dodos in this game?
Bringing back the dodo. We've got upgrade for our clothes here. This is cool. Look. So we're at 100. We can go to 120 if we've got rough cloth times 10. So we're going to have to get on the cloth game. So here's your rough cloth. Let's just go with as many as we can make. Boom, 7. I love how basic this game is. It's not trying to break the mold. It's not trying to reinvent the wheel. It's just doing what other games do of this genre, but it's using the best bits. So everything's where it should be pretty much, and you're going to be able to just jump straight in if you've ever played a survival game before. It auto-equips. See what I'm saying? It just like literally does what you expect it to. And beyond. That's huge. That is a shelter and a half, boys. So I need some more lumber. From what I could tell there, we had everything, but I might be wrong. It's really strange that it doesn't start you off by doing your basic axe and your pickaxe and getting your building hammer. Like, it has just avoided that completely, which I appreciate. Now we can build it, look. Okay, sweet. That is done. That was effortless. So we now have somewhere to stay with shelter and a bed. We can now set our respawn point for when we get oofed. How quick is this game? Like, I've been playing for about 15 minutes.
Sweet as a nut, boys.
I'm going to build another rope because obviously they're useful. There's our axe. I think that should be the thing we concentrate on. So a bit of lumber for a pickaxe and an axe. We're finally there, and we need a torch as well. Sort of run around and gather as many as possible. There you go, that'll do us. We'll go build an axe and a pickaxe, and we should be able to progress nicely from there. Just love how simplistic it is. It's so good. Where's quick slots? Oh, they're at the top. That's interesting. I've never seen it done like that. So switching the stones out, take the lumber out.
Okay, that looks cool.
That does actually look really good. Trees down, here it goes. Bosh. Ooh, it hit the rock and rolled, and you actually get chips out of the wood. Like, it is just cutting tree down mechanic again, but it's done really, really well. It's going down, look. But that goes with a satisfying boom at the end. I would love to hold the left button and have all this auto chop and auto attack, but it just doesn't have that feature at the moment. So I think it is going to be more a timed-based attack. We've now got a storage basket, we've got a wooden chest, we've got a barrel, we've got storage crates. So I'm going to go with this and just see what it does. Put it in the house. And we hit storage. Okay, so it gives us 2, 4, 6, 8.
12.
Simple and effective. And that's what I love about these games. And we were talking earlier with someone on YouTube about Tarkov and how looter shooters are copying Tarkov, and they're all carbon copies of that type. I mean, they did it with Stalker back in the day. If you go right back and play the first Stalker, that's basically Tarkov, right? You will get carbon copies of games, but if they're improving on it, they're making it look better, if they're making it play better, you just get more of what you already like, but better, more accessible, more friendly, more players, because it's easier to pick up and play. And I feel like there's nothing bad about companies having a go. This looks good as well. That sort of breaks into like crumbs, and then off the crumbs you get these sparkly bits of clay. And again, I don't have to pick them up, I just run into them and they auto pick up 90% of the time. I say that because they don't always pick up. There's the map. So the map's pretty decent, easy to use. You've got key discoveries, so things to find in that area. Now this is where the game expands a bit. Get in your ship and sail into other islands, different parts of the island you're actually on. You can like unlock other items that are hidden. They're not even really useful, they're just like trinkets, right? But they're trinkets that you would want. Okay, let's try the musket. Is it a musket? It's like a handgun, right? I'm gonna go for the dodo over here. Yeah, dopey the dodo is. I mean, he's very dopey, no wonder they're extinct. Look. I've got no gunpowder. You lucky dodo. You are lucky, son. Stamina and recovery rate have been increased. So you recover quicker if you go into shelter whilst you're warm and whilst you're comfortable. That's pretty cool. I like that. Let's do a bit of picking. It's cracking. Oh, okay. That looks good too. So these are upgrades rather than being like full sets, which is why they're nice and quick to make. We're going to be looking for rough hide, which comes from wool of animals, but it doesn't say which animal. I'm assuming a boar or something, or possibly a wolf. And then we need copper ingots, so that is a major for me to make a bigger backpack right now. Okay, so by finding the peppers, we've now unlocked a new dish. Find metal for new weapon. Take a look what we've got unlocked now. Is there anything new? Yeah, look, we've got a bunch of stuff now. So we've got medium stick for foundation. You could build onto the side. The snap is nice. Yeah, that snap is really nice. It sinks. Do you see what I was saying about some of the other survival games we've played where it doesn't sink or grow? It just snaps where it is. So it will detect the piece next to it. It will snap at any height. So it will be then off. Whereas this one actually snaps at the right height and adjusts itself, which is a really good mechanic. Like whoever built this game, and I will look the developers up in a moment, they have done an amazing job so far. Just making it super easy and enjoyable too, because it's not broken. This will be a test because steps are typically one length. Let's go with the cheesy, nasty steps. I'm going to try and snap them on. Oh my days. That has got to be the easiest I've ever seen that done. It didn't just snap. It even goes through the floor at floor level.
So good.
I'm going to go with lumber, boys.
Get me lumber all day long.
They're not very big, though. Yeah, they're kind of small. Can we stack? You can stack. Small things, innit? Right, now I purposely put one around the back there that I need to destroy because I wanted to see if demolition works. I'm going to hit reds. Oh, do you know all that is click the middle mouse button to switch between green and red. That is all that is. And then when you're in the red, you highlight something, hit the left button, and it destroys it. I reckon the developers literally just sat there as a team and said, is this fun to do and does it work? And if it wasn't fun and didn't work, they didn't have it. I promise you, this is a labour of love, this game. I think it's going to come out at a decent, reasonable price, about £20-25. I wouldn't imagine it's going to come out any more than that. Okay, that is looking good. We are on our way. Okay, this is really enjoyable for me. I don't think I've enjoyed a game this much for a while, because they always have the fors and against. So far, there is nothing against this. Okay, if you attack a dodo with an axe, it still works. I feel bad for the dodo, though. Dodo's had a hard ride. As far as history goes, the dodo sucks. Try bandages real quick, so we're going to hit B. That's a nice little effect there. Had a little sprinkle on a sparkle, as I call them. Now we need a roof. I need a nice roof for this one. Something that doesn't leak. Nice and simple. Unfortunately, it's not going to meet in the middle. I've got a sunroof. I'm working all the way through the night. I'm not even sleeping right now. I'm doing the business. What was the one we played the other day? Was it Lens Island? I think it was. There was a moment where, because it's procedurally generated, there was no rocks. And it wanted me to have rocks to build a house, which was made of wood. So I was like, why do I even need rocks? And there was just no rocks anywhere, and I had a little hissy fit about it. And it was only for a small fraction of the game, but it really did gripe me that you're asking me to do something that you don't even provide the resources to do. In that instance, I thankfully can't say that about this game. It is very arcadey. and it's not set to make you foul. Like, I mean, there is no water gathering from what I can see so far. It's just working really well. It's allowing me to just get on and play. It's not offensive in any way. I'm not feeling like I'm going to be held back at any point anytime soon. That Dodo dropped grease. Oh, they're all coming at me now, look. Can't catch me, Dodo. They're fucking useless. They're absolutely useless. I'm going to be gutted when this playtest's over now, because I'm going to my mum's tomorrow and I'm going to be there for like 3 days, and I know this is going to be my pick up and play at night time now. Okay, we're heading deep into the forest right now. What is that? Really? There you go, we'll have a few of those. Like, you could be mistaken for thinking, oh, it's just like all the other survival games. And it's seriously, in a way, you're right. But seriously, it's so polished. I've got a smile on my face because there's nothing to moan about. Ooh, found a cave. We've got full health. I'm going for it. We're going in. Well, there was no loading. I was expecting a big old long loading screen again. Oh, I've got no inventory slots. Okay, these rocks have got to go. Bye-bye rocks. There's sparkly things everywhere and there's noises. What's that up there? Look. Copper stone, you need a pickaxe. I've got a pickaxe. You're actually going through the wall. I'm curious to see what's on the other side now. I'm going to zoom back out in a minute and show you what it's done. That's clever. You can deform the environment. The only game I remember doing this effectively called Red Faction. I think Red Faction back in the day, 1 and 2 had like basic, but it was like never seen before, where you could actually like blow holes in walls and go through to the next area. And then Red Faction Armageddon or something came out. It took it to the next level. And the whole game is about destroying everything in the scene. And it comes down realistically most times. This game is like terraforming. It's like you're knocking out bits of the environment, and you could find something hidden deep in a cave by doing this. And I'm assuming, because there's nothing else really here, that we're supposed to go all the way through, because this cave is just from what I can tell, a copper mine. I'm curious to see if we can dig all the way through, come out the other side. I mean, I might be wasting my time, but at least we can come back and grab all of this copper and rock. But for the game to have a point to actually want me to explore, I think it's done its job. You know, that is what this whole pirating genre is missing. Exploration, discoveration. Games just don't program that anymore. They're very linear. We've seen a lot of story-based games, a lot of RPGs coming out. You know, you're going from A to B, you're fighting things along the way, you're gathering items and you're leveling up, but you're not really exploring. Boom. And there it goes, taking out everything along the way. And you know what? Although it destroyed my house a couple times, I don't dislike this mechanic at all. Dodo's pissed. Hang on, who's that?
What are you doing on my land?
Remarkable, you are still alive. I must admit, I did not expect we would cross paths again. What are you doing here though, boy? That's the point. What are you doing? So it looks like we're going to get another quest from him. I must recover it. I'm assuming we've now got someone else to take care of. We need to build him a house. You know, he's going to need somewhere to go, right? I don't know why he's all of a sudden become my responsibility, but he has. We'll go with shelter, and we'll say you can live right over here by the water out of my way, because I don't really want to get involved with you. I think he just automatically claims it. I'm not really sure. Normally in these games you'll allocate that guy to that building, but at the moment it's not really giving me any options to do that. Okay, so we can now make a clay pot, which is new. We'll make 3 of those because I haven't got any. I can't believe how safe I feel in this game. There's nothing really that's going to stop me progressing. And now we've got copper ore. So copper ore can be turned into ingots. A bench with backrest. Just random bench. I don't put it in my house. Here, come and sit next to me. I want him to sod off. I'm going to put it here. What a good idea. So when you build a storage chest, it uses those resources combined with yours. So anything I now put into here, if I just store a load of copper, we should be able to make the copper ingots without actually having copper in my inventory as soon as I get some more clay. Not all survival games do that. And again, the older ones won't. And that's where I'm struggling at the moment. Some of the greatest survival games are now showing their age because they are not as accessible as some of the new kids on the block. They were made prior to these quality of life things being done, and now that the quality of life things are being done, we're seeing games like this that can come out at a reasonable price and provide such a good experience, that why would you recommend some of those more expensive, tried and trusted ones? It's one that has no issues whatsoever. I've had no glitches, no problems. It's running sweet as a nut and it's doing its job very well. I think my favourite thing so far is the pacing. For over an hour and a half, I haven't stopped, and everything I've been doing has been going very systematic. It all rolls off of each other. Everything is progression. Everything is moving you forwards. You build so quick that you're really just enjoying the world, which a lot of these games falter on. They make the game quite challenging at the beginning. You get kind of fed up with it and you ban it. This game actually makes it really accessible. Anybody, and I mean anybody, can play this game, and the progression is so nice. It's pirating goodness, and we haven't got a good pirate crafter yet, and this is it. I'm telling you now,
100%.
this is it. Okay, we're supposed to be on holiday. I am on holiday. I'm not even here, bros. You ain't seen me, right? I'm actually working on Monster Hunter 3DS remake, high def one. I've almost finished it. It'll be finished tonight. There's a joke in there we did. I don't know if you remember or not, but I called you a philophile. I left it in. I was going to cuss it, but you know, I feel it's funny enough to leave in. I enjoy it. It's a memory I was fond of. The philophile is back. You didn't escape that one, bro. I'm not letting that go. If you can't remember, you'll see tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to my mum's tomorrow, so I am definitely off until next Wednesday. So I feel like I've not even had a break. I've just kind of had like an extra day, and even then I spent it editing the day away, so I didn't really have a break yet. Back in your cage, just it. Charcoal kiln. I'm just going to add in some lumber, which then makes charcoal. Again, it's a trope that I already know from other survival games. I play a lot of these. Just this year, we've probably played around 12 brand new ones, you know, on the release. We've been there at the beginning of them all. Ah, it's got centerpieces. Nice. They really have thought of everything. No matter how dopey the player, that's some good shits right now. And now we can make some ingots. And then with the ingots, we can make the bigger backpack. And with the bigger backpack, we can make the better weapons. We just got to go find some metal. Come on, sons. I'm going to sit on a bench and think about my life. My life choices. There we go. And make me the new upgrade. I've got stamina for days. That's it, baby. You know the sayings. You know how we do. I have seen an increase of YouTubers that are increasingly starting to sound like me. And I don't mean by context or accent. I just mean by like the things they say. Like when we attack bad guys and when we get spooked or when something happens, we have like my reaction to it, and that reaction is being duplicated. I don't think I'm going mad, but it seems like a lot of people are starting to take on my mannerisms when it comes to presenting, and a lot of them hide behind the camera. They're not actually on camera, but the way they're talking seems awfully suspiciously like a little chubby cockney, you know. It says, how can I call a boat to the other side? So if I press K, we're now allowed to call a boat. Ah, there it is. That would have been nice to have like a horn that you blew, you know, and then a little bit more of an animation to that. But, well, can't have everything. Like, who brought the boat? Where did it come from? Is it my boat? Now, this boat apparently goes to the next island, and you can steer and sail it yourself. How wicked is that? I'm going to take that for a spin soon. Just not quite yet. I've still got a few more things to do. But when it says shelter, I'm wondering if we could just put something over this bench. I'm just curious how quick you can actually make something. There you go, look. How nice is that? But I'm curious, if we put that there and just build it up, and now I'm going to stick a roof on that, as weird as that is going to seem. I mean, it's a bit jank, don't get me wrong. There you go, something like this. And the reason I do this is just to see if I now sit on this bench, whether that's classed as shelter. It's pretty much above my head and it's not classed as shelter, which means you need a full 4 sides and a roof to class as a shelter. I mean, that's pretty cool. I like that, what I built there. It kind of worked out well. Okay, let's set sail and go see what we can do now. Again, no real plan today, just have fun with the game. Yes, there you go. This is a cool game. This is a really, really cool game. Again, keeping my eye out for things on the beach that we might want. Oh, I've run amok. Yeah, I mean, we opened it up big. Look, gonna keep going. I'm gonna try and open up as much of the map as possible. Ooh, that looked nice. We've got thunder and lightning coming in. And you know what's a missed trick? They didn't make me build the boat. I felt like they should make you build the boat. So, you know what I mean? That'd be a nice task. Ooh, what's that? I've not seen one of them before. I think I'm gonna retreat this way real quick. Right, I don't know what that was. It's not walking like a normal. It's a drowner. Okay, he hasn't got much health. We'll take him down. On guard! The mad dodo's coming at me too, look. Bros, give me a break. I'm not even underpowered at this point. I'm pretty OP, do you know what I mean? I've been doing well. That guy shows me I've not. My stuff's miles away, absolutely miles away. We took the risk, we risked it for a biscuit, and we didn't get our biscuit. Now luckily there's not much in that inventory that I really need, but I'm a bit peeved about it. Do you know what I mean? I want to go get my stuff back. Oh yeah, there's one. They're coming out. It must be because it's night time. Now there's not as much reach on this by the look of it. Bro, that's so much damage. Like if he clops me again, I'm done. Do you know what I mean? That's it.
I need healing.
Oh, now he's gone ham. Look, he's run. Yes, chase me, nut job. Okay, that's just when they're going to end you. When he starts running at you like a duck, you got to watch out. Mate, that's mileage. That is proper mileage. We're doing it though. We're going. I think we'll make it. It'll be nice and sunny by the time we get there and we'll get on the boat. I don't rate this weapon, really. What? He now throws stones. Trick is not to allow him to have his turn. You have to get in there with the 3 to 4 hit combos. Okay, there's our loot. That wasn't too bad. It could have been a lot worse. We run around there pretty quick. But the map's not as large as it looks. Look, he's all up on my loot. He's like, oh yeah, I remember you. You got one shot, bro. Get out of here. I'm just happy to get my stuff back. Boom, there we go. I think he killed the dodo because there was foul meat on the floor. Which is a shame because we get a head off of that dodo. I don't know if we actually picked... Oh, we did. Yes, okay, so he done our job for us there. That's perfect. I'll tell you what I was trying to explain with the way this boat moves. If you've ever played World of Warships, again, a good technique to use. See, this is a bit of me, this. This is where the game gets very peaceful. The emphasis on this game is exploration. I think the pacing is absolutely awesome. The visuals are just about right. This is going to be a good casual survival game to get into. We still didn't find the doctor's book as yet. Now, I think this boat is pretty stable. Like, if I leave it here, even if I get off, I don't think it's going to go out to sea. The only way I'm getting a roof on this is to build probably some side panels off of my building here. How good is this? So accessible, so easy to do. Oh, bugger. It's too low. So just click this. It puts a smile on my face how easy this game is to get on with. Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. How easy was that? I don't understand. 1 minute he's OP, next minute he's pips. Now I'm going to go with bandage. And what I love about it is just not set out to make you fail. This game really doesn't want you to fail. It wants you to progress at a nice pace. Now I have a new recipe because we found bananas, which is banana in coconut milk, which sounds absolutely delicious. We're just uncovering as we go a little bit more of this map. We are deep in the forest right now. My main concern at the moment is my armor. Like, I basically have none. Every time they attack you, they do big damage, and every fight is a risk at this point. It shouldn't feel like that really, because we've built so much stuff. Whoa, there's like 4 dodos. That is too much dodo for me. They're still coming hard though, look. And dodos don't F about. There he is, look. Like they've just come round the rock and blocked me off. They're like, hit him off of the path. Here he comes. Mental. Get wrecked. It's been very pleasant to play, very enjoyable. I can't wait to play more. And unfortunately, they're going to shut the playtest down. I'm going to be gutted because I ain't going to be able to get my hands back on it until full release. But if the developers do see this video, again, thank you for the developers sending out the playtest invite. If you do manage to see this, hit me up with a code and I will playtest the hell out of this game on release. Just trying to avoid dodos right now. They're actually quite scary in a group. That looks like clay. Ooh. I thought it was clay. There's actually a mystery chest under. I found shiny things. I found shiny things. So we've got silver ingot, which is new. Okay, so here we go. So by finding silver or mining silver, you do unlock a bunch of new creations. So we can now make the pendant of the swordsman. Posture recovery is 20%. So no longer do we lose as much stamina. We've got rings that we can make, which give us reduced stamina consumption. That one's up to 70%. That's mental. This looks like some old ruins. We're going to investigate and just see if there's anything else we've missed. There you go, another shiny thing. This one has Elin herbs in it. Dudes, oh, bust the pig up. You're coming at me strong right now. Get out of here. I'm actually scared of the pigs right now. I'm scared of the pigs. Pigs are scared of me. Did they just circle round me? The AI in this game, I'm starting to think, is actually quite impressive. Now, I don't know if the last inventory will be lost, so I'm assuming the previous drop will now disappear. You can only have 1 drop at a time. Oh no, it's still there. That's awesome. You won't lose your shit. You're going down, boy. Straight through that. this game. Why is he so strong? If I'm not careful, I'm going to drink all my soup. I'm going to make these dodos extinct, having to replenish the amount of soup I need to keep dying. Luckily, he's going to stay damaged, I think. He doesn't get his health back, whereas we do. So there is always that. Begs the question, now they're going to do bosses. You know, end of dungeon boss. And you're probably going to have to re-give the boss its health back. You just be able to keep dying and using the crustiest of knives to beat the boss otherwise. Here he is. I'm not even sure that is the one. Yeah, there's another one there with very little damage to him.
Hit one shot.
You know what? Still kind of worth it. Don't want to get jumped while I'm in inventory again. I'm scared. The game got me shook. And the good news is we completely looted that place. We've completely opened up the map. Everything is green. You can see the amount of attractions. 1 or 2 points of interest on the first island, and they expect you then to sail to those far off islands over there and do some exploration. Now again, in the playtest, we're only going to see the first island because we're going to need better equipment to do that. You see now we've struggled against some basic animals and some of those nutters that are running across the beach there, the drowned skeletons. We don't want to go up against anything too soon and just get our ass handed to us. So I think I'm going to develop this overnight. I'm going to continue to build it while I'm away for the weekend. If the game is still live when we get back, I might bring it on Wednesday just so we can have another playthrough, because I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've generally enjoyed this game. There is not a single thing I would change. There's not much I would nitpick. Overall, there's too much good going for it to even worry about any little bits and bobs. Do you know what I mean? The bits and bobs will sort themselves out with time. Most games I play, especially in early access or playtest, I always say, well, wait for the first update, 1 or 2 updates, they'll fix that. Possible they will, but again, you're relying on developers doing it. This game doesn't seem like it needs anything fixing, even down to the build. Look, you can see the leaves are moving on the building. There's so much little attentions to detail in this game. It's the pirate game I've been waiting for from a survival aspect. It could be a pirate game we've always wanted from the combat aspect. If you get all the way to PvP, you start enjoying yourself in that aspect, it could be really, really good with a friend, and you can start owning islands and holding islands from other people. That has, you know, potential. There you go, dodo heads. Oh, you can stack them. Why can't you stack them in the inventory then? Because you can once they're stacked, but you can only pick up 1 at a time from what I can tell, which is a really weird limit to put on it. And again, you've got to think, the last hour of gameplay, I haven't done a single quest. I haven't gone off and done any missions because I've just constantly been finding stuff, unlocking new things to build, and it's just been going boom, boom, boom. So much is going on without even worrying about taking on tasks and looking for certain types of enemies or looking for new places to explore, which is the main game. I'm looking forward to the exploration, but really it's all about that, just playing at your own pace and not getting held up by anything. So my next main mission is to just go copper ingot mad. Well, I think there we could leave it off. I think we've done enough in the game to say we've seen enough of it. From here, all I'm going to do, going to the mines, and I'm going to gather a lot of copper. Then I'm going to turn that into ingots, and then I'm going to create every bench there is, and then with that I'm going to make better weapons, better gear, and once I feel a little bit stronger and I can take more damage, then I'm going to explore the other islands. That is my game plan. And if the playtest is still active, I'll bring it back and I'll show you what I've achieved and how far we've got. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Greatly appreciate your viewership. If you made it this far, then thank you for your watch time. Hit the like on the video and I'll make another one, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye bye.